10 famous Italian inventions that changed the world. 1. Eyeglasses. The first glasses were invented in northern Italy. This happened sometime between 1268 and 1289. They had natural crystal lenses. These glasses were handheld, as they were too heavy to wear. The first frames were made of bone, wood, and metal. 2. Telephone. The first prototype voice communication device was Italian. It was invented by Antonio Meucci in 1856. He went on to perfect it and invent 30 different kinds of phone. However, his patent lapsed in 1874. Meucci couldn't afford to pay $10 to maintain it. 3. Jeans. Jean fabric was invented in Genoa, Italy. In fact, it may be where the word jeans comes from. The fabric was a fustian textile of reasonable cost. It was similar to cotton corduroy, for which Genoa was famous. The Genoese Navy equipped its sailors with jeans. They needed a fabric that could be worn wet or dry. 4. Parachute. Leonardo da Vinci sketched the first parachute concept. He described a tent-like structure made of linen. It would allow a person to descend from a great height. Leonardo never built his invention, but his design was successfully tested by daredevil Adrian Nichols in 2000. 5. Espresso Machine. Steam-driven coffee machines existed in the 19th century, but those were clunky, rudimentary designs. The first single-shot espresso machine was built in the early 1900s. It was invented by Italian mechanic Luigi Bezzera. The machine relied on steam and pressure to brew coffee. Milanese cafe owner Giovanni Aciligaja improved it in 1938. He added a piston pump instead of steam to extract espresso. 6. Thermometer. Centurio invented the thermoscope in the early 17th century. It was the first device with a scale to quantify temperature. Galileo Galilei later improved Centurio's design. His device used water instead of air. Mercury thermometers were invented by Fahrenheit. 7. Piano. The modern piano was developed by Bartolomeo Cristofori of Padua. He invented the pianoforte in 1709. The improved mechanisms gradually replaced harpsichords and clavichords. Mass production in the 1800s made pianos more accessible. 8. Battery. The first true battery was invented in 1800. It was created by Italian physicist Alessandro Volta. His voltaic pile consisted of copper and zinc discs. They were separated by cardboard soaked in brine. This galvanic cell produced a steady electric current. The unit of electrical potential, the volt, was named after Volta. 9. Radio. Guglielmo Marconi pioneered long-distance radio transmission. His wireless telegraph system was patented in 1896. Marconi sent the first ever transatlantic radio signal in 1901. This completely revolutionized communication. Radio broadcasting began in the 1920s. 10. Breadstick. Breadsticks are known as grissini in Italy. They were first mentioned by a Florentine abbot in 1643. Tradition states, however, that grissini were invented in Piedmont. The invention is credited to a Torinese baker named Antonio Brunero. It was intended to be easier to digest for the Duke Victor Amadeus II of Savoy.